Hi guys, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today I'll be solving a trio Sudoku created by Akash Dulani. This Sudoku has been taken from his blog World of Sudoku. So if I'm not wrong, Akash is closing in on 300 Sudokus on his blog, all handcrafted by him. Do check out his blog. I will add the link to his blog in the description of the video. He has even published 4 books, and all those books are excellent in quality. So you can check out the details of the book on his blog. And I'll also add the link to this Sudoku in the description of the video. Please be sure to try it out yourself and then come back and watch the video. So let us move on to the rules of the Sudoku now. Classic rules apply. So each row, column and 3 by 3 box in the grid will have digits from 1 to 9, and additionally you will have some other property in the Sudoku. Cells containing gray circles will contain only digits 1, 2, 3. So all these gray circles can only take the digits 1, 2 or 3. Cells containing gray squares will contain only digits 4, 5, 6. Okay, all these squares will have only 4, 5 or 6. And cells containing gray diamonds will have only digits 7, 8 and 9. So all these diamonds will have 7, 8 and 9. So looks to be an interesting Sudoku. This was suggested to me by Akash himself. So I thought of making a video on the Sudoku for you guys so that you guys can have some entertainment for the day. So without much further ado, we are going to start the Sudoku now. So normally in these kinds of Sudoku, what I do first is just write pencil marks in these circles, squares and diamonds, because it's easy to notate, right? All these shapes in the grid will have only maximum of 3 possibilities. So normally I do that. But here I can see a pair right away. There is a 3, 8 given in row 7, which means that 3, 8 in box 7 has only 2 cells left. So we can mark that. Oops, 3, 8 goes here. And which means that the remaining digits cannot be 1, 2, 4, 9, 3 and 8. They must be 5, 6 and 7. And I can remove the 5 from here. So we have 5, 6, 7 here. We have 3, 2 here. And we also know that all the diamonds can only be 7, 8, 9. So which means that this cell cannot be 7 or 8. So it can only be 9. So let me mark that there. And this cell has to be 1 or 2 because circles are 1, 2 and 3. So this becomes 1 or 2. So 3, 8, 9, 5, 6 and 7. So let me mark the remaining pencil marks. This would be 2 and 4 because of the 1 here. Okay. So in column 2, 1 must go in one of these 2 cells because of this one and this one. And 1 cannot be in a square, right? And I have 6 not going in row 3. So 6 goes in one of these cells. 3 not going in column 7. So 3 goes in one of these cells. Sorry, 3 is already a given, right? I was actually referring to the 4. 4 is in column 7, so 4 goes in one of these 2 cells. Okay, let's look at the shapes for now. Slowly we'll start populating the shapes, because I think this Sudoku primarily revolves around filling these shapes, right? First. So this cell can only be 5 or 6. Let me fill all these circles first. So this can only be 2 or 3. And of course 3 is not possible, so this becomes a 2. And one more circle is here, so this is 2 or 3 because of the 1 here. Again you have a circle, so this is 1 and 3. So wait, look at this theme, guys. I didn't even notice this. You have a circle, you have a diamond, you have a square. Circle, diamond, 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 square. Amazing, guys. I didn't even see that. And look at these givens, guys. They are in the shape of 4 squares. Awesome theme. Awesome beauty to the Sudoku. So again, revolving around here, this can only be 2 and 3 are ruled out. So this becomes 1 and 1, 2. And this can only be 2 or 3. Okay, so I've written all the circles. Now let me move on to the squares. So this is 4 or 5 because 6 is ruled out. This is 5 or 6, 4 is ruled out. This is 5 or 6 again because 4 is here. So this is 5, 6. So you have a 5, 6 pair here. Something to remember. And this has to be 4 or 6 because 5 is here and 4 is also ruled out. So this has to be a 6, and which means this is 5, 7. So this becomes a 5 now. 4 and 6 are ruled out. So that's a 5. And that gives us a 7 due to classic. So this is 7, that becomes 6, and that becomes a 5, right? And this 5 can be used to place in more digits, so this becomes 4. Okay, now let us maybe move on to the diamond shape. So this becomes 8 or 9. You have 7 here, so this is 7, 8 or 9, so 7 is ruled out. And this is also 7, 8, 9. 7 is ruled out because of the 7 given, so this is 8, 9. So continuing along, so this is 7 or 8 because you have 9 here, and of course 8 is also ruled out, so that's a 7. And going along, so this has to be 7 or 9. 8 is not possible, so this is 7 and 9, and this would be 7, 8, 9. So we have written all the pencil marks in the shapes given in the grid. So now it's mostly about solving the Sudoku in a clever way. So let us see now. Okay, I'm seeing that the 4 in box 1 has only one cell left, so 4 is going here, and that gives a 4 here using classic, and 4 is in row 6, 4 is in row 5, 4 is in column 5, so 4 goes here because okay, and 4 gets removed from here. This becomes 1 2 pair, which means this cell has to be a 4, and that immediately gives a 4 here because we had made a corner pencil mark earlier, so that becomes a 4. And we have placed all the 4s in the grid now. Okay, column 3 appears interesting. 1 2 4 5 6 3 8, so this has to be 7 or 9. And you have 3 in row 2, which means I can corner pencil mark 3 in these two cells, right? 3 has to go in these two cells. Okay, I can fill in the digit here. Because of the 2 here, this would have to be a 3. Okay, if I look closely at column 1, 6 has only one cell left. Can't be in these two cells, so 6 has to go here. And that gives me a 6 here. Beautiful, guys. So far it's just about finding hidden singles and writing the pencil marks in a clever way. 2 3 4 1 6 8, so this would be 5 7 9 for the box, and you have 5 here, so that's not a 5, so that's 7 and 9. So I have 2 3 4 5 6 7 9, so which means these two cells must be 1 8, and of course this can be used to resolve that quickly. So that becomes 1, that becomes 8, and which means that this has to be a 9. Okay, 2 4 9 1 6 8, so I can just write in the digits in row 1. Remaining must be 3 5 7. I have 5 and 7 here, so that has to be a 3, and which means these two cells must be 5 7. Of course 7 is here, so that's a 7, that's a 5, and this would be 2 3, right? 2 3 6 1 4 8 5 7 9. Okay, fine. So let me look at this column. 6 7 8 9 and 4. So the remaining digits are 1 2 3 and 5, right? And I have a 1 2 pair here, so which means this would have to be 3 and 5, and 5 6 pair in row 8 immediately eliminates the 3 from here, so that's, I'm sorry, immediately eliminates the 5 from here. That's a 3, which means this is 3, that would be 8. And now if I look at row 8 carefully, 9 cannot be in these two cells, so 9 goes here. 1 3 4 8 5 6 and 9. So remaining digits are 2 and 7 for the row. So let me write those candidates. 2 7. Okay, I have 2 in column 9, so that's a 2, that's a 7, 1 2 7 3 4 9, so 5 6 and 8, and 8 cannot be in column 9, so 8 goes here, right? Is there a twist in the tale of this Sudoku? Because so far it has been very straightforward. There hasn't been anything which is of really something difficult or something like that. 7 8 9 3 4 1 and 2, so this is 5 6. 5 6 pair, 4 and 7. Okay, so 8 9 goes in these 3 cells, just we can corner pencil mark them. 8 9 must be in these 3 cells for the column, and I have 1 4 5 6 7 8 9, so this has to be 2 3 for the column. Okay, and for this column, column 1, these two cells must be 7 8 9, and you have a 789 triplet in box 4, which means one of these two cells takes an 8 and that removes the 8 from here. That's 7 9. So I have a 7 9 pair, which means I get the 8 here. So 3 5 8 6 7 9 and 4, which means these two cells must be 1 and 2, right? I can just place the 1 and 2. Okay, I have a 6 here, right? Which means this cannot be a 6, so that's a 5, that's a 6, that's a 5, that's a 6, that's a 5. Cool. So that gives a 5 here, which means this is not a 5. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, so this must be 7 8 9. 8 goes in one of these cells. 1 3 5 4 6 8, so one of these two cells takes a 2 and they must be 2 7 9. 2 goes in one of these cells. And now you'll notice that in row 5, 2 cannot be in either of these cells. 2 cannot be in either of these cells. So 2 goes somewhere here, right? Let me write that. 2 must be in these 3 cells. So this cell has to be 1 or 5. Can't be 6 7 8 9, cannot be 3 4, cannot be 2. So this would be 1 or 5. And this has to be 1 or 2 because of the 5 here. Which means I get a 5 in column 4, so that's a 5. Okay, let me write the digits in column 6. 2 4 8 5 7 9, which means that these two cells must be 1 3 6. You have 6 here, so that's a 6. Okay, now you'll notice that 1 2 and 3, beautiful guys. Look at this triplet, awesome, right? You have 1 3 here, you have 2 3 here, you 1 2 here, which means I can lock a triplet in these 3 cells, so this cell cannot be a 2. And 4 5 6 and 1 2 3, right? So remaining digits must be 7 8 9. This has to be an 8 and 9, right? Because 7 is here, so this becomes 8 9. So I think we are near the finishing stages, but it seems to be something which is 3 5 7 4 and 6. Okay, this is not a 7 because you have 7 here, so that's not a 7. That's a 2 and 9. So 8 is in one of these two cells, right? I have 7 in one of these two cells. 7 in one of, okay, 7 is in 3 cells. Am I seeing something here? I feel as though there is some logic here. Wow, superb guys. Superb guys. This, I mean, whenever I make a video on this video on a Sudoku, this technique seems to be appearing. If I'm not wrong, for the past 2 or 3 videos, I've been seeing a lot of this technique getting used. So regular viewers of the channel would have immediately got the idea of what technique is being used here. So if you guys want to find the idea yourself, please pause the video here for a second or two, and then you can see what the idea is actually. So I will pause myself. Okay, so the idea here is, look at these cells guys. I'm going to highlight them. Let me go to surface tab. I'll just use a pink color. Okay, and beautiful, right? Look at rows 2 and row 5. In row 2, 7 can go only in one of these two cells, and in row 5, 7 can go only in one of these two cells. The same idea that we have been repeatedly seeing in the videos previously that posted on the channel. So what this basically means is that this is called a skyscraper pattern. So when you restrict the possibility of a candidate, in this case 7, into 2 rows and 2 columns, out of which 1 column is common. It can also be when you restrict the possibility of candidate into 2 columns and 2 rows, out of which 1 row is common. So it can be both ways. So here the rows are row 2 and row 5, and columns, the common column is column 7, and this are the different columns. So when you have such a case, 7 must be present at least in one of these two cells, because if not, then for row 2 you get the 7 here, and in row 5 you get the 7 here, and that leads to a clash. So which means that either this cell or both has to take a 7. So which means cells which see both of those cells cannot take a 7. Beautiful technique, right? Skyscraper logic or a kite logic. So which means this cell cannot be a 7, because if this is 7, then for both rows 2 and 5 you're going to have a problem. So this has to be a 9. Superb. So that's a 9. I changed the color accidentally, so let me go back to that. So that's a 9, right? Okay, so which means this would be a 7-8 pair, and that gives me a 9 there, a 7 there, a 9 here, a 7 here. So that's not a 7, so that's a 2-9 pair, which means that has to be an 8, and that has to be a 7. That gives me an 8, that gives me a 7, that gives me a 9. And we proceed further here. Okay, okay, 8 in box 5 has to go here, no other cell, which means that this cell would be 4, 7, 9, 5, 6, 8. This has to be 1 or 2, and we already know that 2 is in one of these cells. 3 is obviously ruled out, so 2 is in one of these cells. So which means this is 1, so that's 2, that's 1, that's 2, that is 3, that's 1, that's 3, and you have 9 here. So which means this is 2, that is a 9, and 1, 2 can be resolved easily. That's a 2, that's 1, and 2, 3 pair now. So this is a 3, and that is 2. Beautiful. And with that we have completed this excellent Sudoku by Akash Dulani. No wonder Akash suggested it to us, because the trio Sudokus I have seen are usually trivial to solve with maybe a trick or two, but this one had a really nice classic technique, and that helped us to complete the Sudoku at the end. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve the Sudoku. Please let us know your thoughts and your feedback and comments. It's really valuable to us. Thank you for watching, and please hit the subscribe button under the channel. Bye bye.